Well, greetings everyone. So this is just part two of working with this piece that I was working with the other day. It's an extension to the command consoles, and I have an eye exam. I'll have to get ready for in about an hour. Actually, less than that. I think around the top of the hour, I'll start to switch, modes, and I'll start thinking about getting ready and things like that. So I'll start wrapping up around the top of the hour. So, I was thinking of squeezing in some design while, because I can't really start anything too long. I got some prints going on right now. I have one. I'm using a small printer to print the legs for some VSS consoles that were going to go out today. But yesterday I left them a little bit too long in the machine to get a little, smooth to suppress the layer lines, and it kind of made it ugly. So I thought it'd be maybe wiser to go ahead and reprint, but instead of using the regular filament that goes through the process to get smooth, I was thinking of just using regular plastic. So I got the legs being reprinted one at a time on a small machine using just regular black plastic. So I'm going to make, I only have time to do just one before I have to start switching gears to head out. But in the meantime, I was thinking maybe I can squeeze in some other things to do, and so it's my first time getting an eye exam at this level. So I suppose they're going to do something to dilate the eyes and all that. So I'm kind of like wondering how long that's going to last. The eye exam place is right next to a Target, so I'm wondering, like, maybe I can just go over to to Target and just pass the time until my eyes get better, because it's going to be bright and sunny, um, for and it might be a bit of a problem or a challenge for driving home. But anyways, so this is pretty much where I left off the other day on this part, and I was thinking of doing the next part for this, which would be to do the piece that will join this part to a command console, a small little bitty linking piece. So I was thinking of just doing that and make a video out of it. So what I'm going to do right now is open up a recent, the assembly from the other day. You can see how it's got the command consoles on either side. So, going to sneeze. I got a little allergy. So, what I'm going to do here is work with the underside portion. And I guess I can work with this side. Sketch. So what I usually do, my technique here is simply to make some references. So this is how the parts are going to join. So what I typically do is just do a little outline of where the significant geometries are. Like where these holes are located. things like okay, this identifies the middle line, middle point, the midpoint. So I'm just getting a little collection of sketches where I can just make references. So I'm not going to actually design the part in here. I'm just going to kind of just base stuff on around these dimensions and things like that. Let's see, 26. I'm curious how will this look at just 20. See, this is where the legs for the consoles go. So, noticing it's going to be kind of tight over here, but doable. I could have, two pegs on either side of this area here. That's where the optional legs for this part could go. So you'll see in just a moment, but I can work around all of this. Center line. Oh, what happened? There was a line right here. So I'm thinking that the underside of this part is just a rectangular hole. I was thinking of using that as a location to attach this linking part. Let's see. I want to do an offset of just 0.5. Yeah, that will look. What is about here? Okay, so now I'm going to extend this to there, that to here, and just make a mirror of just about everything. So say mirror entities, mirror about this line. What things to mirror? It's going to be this, that, 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 and this. And that. And that. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is just copy this. And I'm not going to remove it. I'm just going to keep it in the sketch. And I'm just going to now go, keep it in the assembly. I'm going to go new part. I'm going to go OK. Select a plane. Be flat. Sketch. Paste. I'm going to grab it from here if I can. Okay, so that's going to be my middle area. So what I'm going to do here is change some dimensions. 0.25. Reverse. Say also 0.25. I'll trim this area. Make sure I trim the right thing. Now I'm going to make a line, because if you notice, this part here is open now. So I'm just going to close that up. Close that up. Okay. So now I got a solid part again with no openings. Now I'm going to do another little offset to change the dimensions of this to 0.125. So that's there. That's there. Construction. So I want to work with the inner circle. Construction. Okay, so I'll take a quick little look. Okay, I'm going to change this to make the inner rectangle a construction thing. Construction line. So when they're construction lines, they're not considered a solid line. So it treats it as an open space, a gap. So I'm going to go to this one, insert line, and seat it off here. And do it again over here. So that's how this is going to look. Now I'm going to make this 3D by saying to extrude it, and how thick to make it. Let's say 1.5 millimeters. Okay. Now what I'm going to do here is expand this tree. I want to see the sketches that I just did, and I'm going to work with the top of it now. What I'm going to do now is make these rectangle boxes and circles into a 3D structure. So sketch. Since this one is a simple rectangle, I'm just going to do simple rectangle from point to point. And since this is just a simple circle, from the center point to the outer, well, inner. Anyway, so now I'm going to make it 3D by doing an extrusion. Okay, so what's a good, comfortable, I think yesterday the dimensions were like 2 millimeters thick wall. So let's make this 3 millimeters. Let's see how this works. And let's go ahead and fillet the outsides to be easier to insert into the command consoles, and let's reinforce where where the object changes direction. Because when it prints flat, it's going to be flat, and then it's going to, like, do the circles, for example. It's going to go 90 degrees up. So I want that to be kind of rounded at the very bottom. 0.25. So I'm using the fillet tool here. And I noticed one more little thing. I am going to at 0.5 inches, millimeter. I'm going to just round the corners here, just to make sure I have no problem inserting this part into the command console. Okay, since this is a nice thick part here, what I'm going to do is make a little notch so I can easily separate it from the build plate. It's going to go what do I normally do? Is it 2? No, I think I do more than that. Just make it 4. 4 millimeters deep by 4 millimeters left and right. And end caps, or cap ends. Don't I just like it when I make up words? And I want to do an extruded cut. Like, I want to remove materials here, make it a notch. So it's just going to be slight, about 1.5 millimeters. And it's going to be filleted all around. 0.25, so 1/4 of a millimeter. And I'm going to basically fillet everything on the bottom. I want to do that on the top too, but instead of doing 2 sides on the same at the same time, I'm just going to do it separately. I just find that when I work with updating these parts, sometimes I delete things, and sometimes I just find it easier to 0.5 to delete without having too many associated items inside of one one sketch. Each item is called a sketch. So if you notice this this tree right here, this is like a bunch of sketches. Even when things like this exist, all it is just the command that's executed. It's easier to just associate it as a sketch. Let's see. Can I do this? Yeah, I can do that. Okay. And let's see, what else? I think that's it. So let's go ahead and change the color of this so it's a little bit easier to see when we assemble things. Let's make it to this orange. color. Now I'm going to remove the that sketch outline. Oh, wrong thing. There, hide. Okay, so now I have that. So now I'm going to save this. Am I in the right spot? Yeah, there it is, that one there. So what should I call it? Call it link 1B dash 1. I'm just going to do it like that. Kind of a bit too distracted to really think it's a good name. So I'm going to come back to here. I'm going to go assembly, insert components. Oh, sorry, I was looking elsewhere. I got to say link D, 1D. There. Let's hide that sketch there. So let's insert a couple more. Let's say 4. Insert components. Let's put another one here. Insert. Put one here. Insert. Put one here. Now I'm going to rotate some of these, because if you notice, these circle things are up there, and I want it down here. Same thing with this one. Okay. Then I'm going to go and select mate. I'm going to start with the bottom structure here. I'm going to keep it with a separation of 0.25. Select that. See which. Okay, good. We're also going to do the same thing with this one. Select that surface. A separation of 0.25. And select this surface here. Okay, good. I'm going to select this surface there. Again, 0.25. That there. And this one also. 0.25. That there. Okay, good. So now, easiest thing to do is simply to select circle, the side of the circle, and it will center the circle automatically. So then I can select this one, select there, goes right dead center. Do it for this. Okay. This one, and then where's the wall? Okay, right there. Good. And a few more times. So this one here. This one here. This one here. And that here. Okay. Now, pretty much all done for this video. This is how it'll fit there. Oh, but there's something. So what if we have legs for this middle piece? You can see it's covering it up. So let's go back to that sketch that I originally did. Let's take a look at it. Let's go to these pieces that we just put in, and let's make them transparent. I guess I clicked the wrong thing on this one. Okay. So I'm going to take this sketch. Okay. So what I want to do here is take this tool and let's see. I got a message. I wonder what it is. Okay. And I don't need to do. But remember, I have that that notch that I put in. May have to remove it or something like that. Oh no, it's on the other side. It's over here. Okay, never mind. So we're going to go to this right here, and this right here. And only as a guide, I'm just going to, I suppose, right here, just kind of mark. I don't know how, I haven't done the legs for this piece yet. It may not be that wide, but since I don't know, I'm just putting a reference point here for now. And okay, so instead of copying everything, well, yeah, let's go ahead and just copy everything. Copy. Yep. Okay, so do that. Save all of this. Switch to the other screen with this linking piece. And I'm just going to sketch. Now I'm just going to paste it here, but I'm not going to use all of these lines. I'm going to remove most of them. So the only ones I'm going to really keep and work with is going to be this area here. And now I'm thinking that if I put the legs on there, I'm going to need to. I may not even have to do this. So let's go ahead and make this into a sketch. And remember those reference points? Let's make those into what we're going to cut away from this linking piece. So I'm going to say extend that, extend that. Make this into a solid line. Now I'm going to do a little change here. I'm going to extend, make an offset of 0.25. Don't need to do that. It's not going to be bidirectional. It's just going to be one side. In other words, since I don't know how I'm going to design that leg yet, I am making this cutaway part a little bit bigger, so it won't interfere with the future leg. Well, my voice is getting really rough. Features, cut. Up to the surface. So I do that because if I change the thickness of this part, that cut will automatically be adjusted. So I'm going to say 0.5 for that. And I'm not going to do the 90-degree corners here like that. Actually, that's a bit much, huh? Let's just say 0.25. So I'm just going to leave it as is. Okay, I think I'm done. Save. And take a look. Ask about updating. Oh, no, it didn't ask. It should have asked. So let's make all of these things opaque again, not see-through. Yeah, let's go ahead and make it opaque. Now, if you want to see some see-throughs, okay, so let's make this one too see-through. So this is how the part is going to fit inside. So really, this should work. Okay. So that's it for now. Not even 30 minutes. Save. So I guess next time I'll do the legs, and then there's got to be the part for the greebles. I should probably do an acrylic sketch. Something. I'm not sure what is going to be. You know, maybe it's always easy to just throw a world map on there, but it'll be nice to actually have some choices of different kinds of acrylics with different etchings on there. You know, I was talking about the etching for a world map on the acrylic. You know, so I make these things with openings on the bottom like that, knowing that there's going to be an acrylic on top, because it's always possible to put some sort of LED light underneath and illuminate the acrylics that you get from DioWarriors. So well, I don't want to say all, but most of our props, especially the bigger ones, they're all designed for some sort of customization. They're not designed for cutting away, but in terms of like adding an LED light, well, yeah, it has an opening on there. I do have these ports for attaching things on the bottom, just in case a cover needs to be added. So, okay, well, that's it. That's it for now. I'm going to switch over to... Okay. And let's see if there was any comments. Oh, no comments. Okay. So, okay, folks, if anyone watched the video or will watch, thank you. Please help like and subscribe. I should get that up here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Hey, there it is. Please like and subscribe. Okay, catch y'all later. And I don't know if I'll do another video tonight, but who knows? Maybe I'll just be in a happy mood. I've been joking around since I'll be getting some glasses for reading, because I can see everything else fine. It's just reading. I'm wondering, like, what options would be available. Maybe I'd get myself a monocle. Go steampunk. If I gotta wear glasses, I'm gonna be make it a statement or something out of it. Okay, catch y'all later. All right, bye-bye.